Hello everyone, before we get into today's video, there are a few things that I need to say. I made a couple of FAs this week, and I just want to quickly go over them. I swapped out Rotom, Quagsires, Crafty, and Tyrantrum for Flygon, Milotic, Electros, and Amstar. The biggest reason behind this was that my defensive backbone wasn't big enough, so I really knew I needed something better than Quagsire, so I got a really good defensive water in my Milotic. That's really gonna be a big help for me. Other than that, I thought that Uxie and Rotom pretty much filled the same role, apart from Rotom getting more hazard control. So I swapped Rotom out for Flygon because I figured I would still keep Ground type that way. I would still have Defog, and overall I think it's just a solid type to have on your team. It also helped me out with Edgequake, which I otherwise didn't deal with all too well. And then Scrafty I swapped out for Electros, because I did get rid of Rotom. I figured I also still needed an electric type. The Electro is just super reliable, has no weaknesses, it's a great assault test set, can do a lot of things basically. And finally I got rid of Tyrantrum for Amstar. I did go on regretting this FA and changing it the next week. But the main reason I did that is because of the spike and deep spike support Amstar provided, which I thought was really useful. But it's also kind of the weak point of the team at this point. So that's the team we're gonna take with us this week. Alright, let's get into the team builder. This week I will be facing Lovecraft. He's a very strong team. Excadrill, Tyranitar, Mega, stuff like Florges, Tangrowth are very hard to break. I think especially Jellicent is going to be tough one for me. Overall super solid team, so I'm kind of scared. This week I brought Electros, an assault set, superpower for Excadrill and Tyranitar mainly, Flamethrower for Tangrowth, we have Volt Switch for just slow switch helping me out here, Knockoff, it's going to be very useful getting rid of leftovers, bringing out this Jellicent. Next up we have Milotic. Milotic is going to be really important here. It's my main answer to Excadrill. Well, not main, but probably my best answer to it. Just because you can Scald it, you can Dragon Tail it. So the Playmorph set is going to be pretty useful. Just, regular Milotic, nothing too special. Up next we have Scizor. This is a Bandit set. It's super good there for Florges. Also providing you with Bandit U-turn is going to be really helpful here. Superpower for Mega Tyranitar, Knockoff for Jellicent. Next up we have Infernape Scar set. This set can pretty much break through his entire team, apart from maybe Florges defensive set, but even then, this is going to be really hard to break. I think Jellicent is probably the best answer to this set, so let's see how that goes. Yeah, I think it's has enough speed to outspeed Scarf Excadrill. Yeah, I think so. So the best thing about this set is probably that it can check Mold Breaker Scarf Excadrill. It is obviously not faster than Sandrush, nothing is. But then if it is Sandrush, I do have Shaman and Milotic who can both counter it, but otherwise I have Infernape's Revenge Kill, so I should be good on that part. If it is Sandrush, I also have Electros, it just doesn't care about its moves, because it does resist Steel and is immune to ground type moves, so I can just superpower for Flamethrower. Then we have Shaman. Shaman is another bulky set, more specially defensive this time. It's mostly there to check Raikou and Jellicent, even Tyranitar and stuff like that. It's gonna be pretty useful. I put an Arcaberry on it just because I'm kind of scared of Delphox potentially killing my team. If it's Scarf or something, Psychic and pretty much most weird Psychic, Fire Blast, stuff like that. So figured I could put an Arcaberry on it so I can Earth Power it or something. And finally I have Altaria. It's actually the same set I brought last week, but it just does the same thing basically. It's very good if it sets up here. I think Jellicent, if it's bulky, still is a problem. Tortoise also can still kill me, I think. But I do have Fire Blast for Tango. I think that if it's a fully defensive set, I should use Fire Blast over Return. Otherwise, Return is always going to do more, so I'm going to have to calc that when I get to it. But overall, that set is really strong. It has enough speed to outspeed Aerodactyl +1. And I can let it invest it in its defenses. What am I talking about? In its attacks. So that's the team going into it. I'll see you in the battle.